What did you say your name was? Ah, Mr. Wolf. I see. Oh, I'm on my way to visit family at the hiking cabins. Hope to get there before nightfall, but who knows how this is gonna go. My sense of direction is really bad, and so is my luck. So I'm trying to not rush and be extra careful and attentive to my surroundings. Really don't want to get lost in the woods, in these woods in particular. Where are you going, by the way? Oh, same place? What a coincidence. Just want to stay there for the night. I see. It's a nice place from what I've heard. Humble but cozy and clean. Can't wait to curl up under the blanket next to the fireplace and drink some hot chocolate. Oh, you don't really know how to get there? That's perfectly understandable. I'd be lost a long time ago if I didn't study the map closely for hours. My terrible sense of direction aside, this place is like a maze. Or worse, there's a design to a maze, but this place is unpredictable and confusing. It's twisting and turning the way it pleases and stretches out seemingly for forever. Honestly, all things considered, the park rangers should have offered to escort us. But oh well, we'll find our way regardless. Just have to stay on track and persevere. Step by step, one foot ahead of the other. Second foot always trying to catch up. No, don't worry. I don't mind showing you where to go. You can tag along, no problem. We're going the same way anyway, and it's nice to have some company on our little journey. Less dangerous too. Even though I'm not a great guide, I think we'll be alright as long as we stick together. Also, like I mentioned before, I have studied the map immensely and intensely, and this is a perfect opportunity to put my memory to the test. I have quite a tremendous memory, I've been told. Do you believe in me? That's the spirit. Thank you for your faith. I will try not to let you down. Have you been to this national park before? Me neither. It is quite a fascinating place with rich history. Everyone who comes here leaves with a story to tell. That is, if they leave at all. You must have heard of all the recent murders happening here, right? Almost every week somebody gets snatched, then found dead, torn into pieces. A wild beast is responsible, or at least that's what they say. But I can't help but wonder, what is there to wonder, you ask? I know it's a small town and the murderers are blowing up the local papers. But have you heard of the disappearances that have been happening here for many years? Since this park came to be, actually. People disappear here, be it night or day. No traces of them left where they've been seen last. There's a code to it though, a pattern. It's always someone who comes here alone, or someone who leaves the group and goes off the path, or gets distracted and gets left behind. It's almost like a wolf snatching a lonely sheep that got separated from the herd. Then weeks, months, or even years later, some of their belongings are found, sometimes closed, bloodied and ripped to shreds, seemingly by an animal, and often their shoes, clean and in pristine condition, and always far, far away from where they disappeared, or from the things found previously. Nobody understands how that's even possible. I say there is something supernatural involved, possibly something that exists outside of the realm of time and space even. I know it's tragic that people died, and it's scary too, especially now that we're here. But it's very interesting as well, isn't it? Step by step, one foot ahead of the other, second foot always trying to catch up. You'll probably think that I'm crazy, but while I'm mostly relieved to have a companion on this journey, a part of me is almost disappointed. There is a curiosity I feel when I think about the mysteries behind the disappearances. It's hard to say if recent murders have anything to do with them though. They certainly don't follow the usual pattern. Finally, a sign. Looks like we're not getting lost after all. For now anyway. Let's see. Okay, so there's a lake nearby. I remember it from looking at the map. Seems like we're on the right track. I knew it's gonna work out just fine. You think it's too soon to celebrate and I might jinx it? So be it. Whatever problem comes our way, we will solve it. What was I saying before? Oh yeah, these murders, they don't really follow the same pattern as the disappearance. Perhaps it's the same perpetrator changing their ways, or purposefully distracting from a bigger, quieter issue with something that is louder and seemingly more urgent. People say it's a bear gone mad though. Perhaps two different evil forces are at work here right now. And you never know which one can get you. I like to stay alert and prepare for anything, but in the end of the day, no matter how resourceful or knowledgeable we are, people are awfully fragile. But you know what? We are also resilient. Never forget that, my friend. You seem lost in your thoughts. Are you scared? Of course not. Forgive me. You don't seem like someone who gets scared easily. Are you from around here? Yes and no. Such a mysterious answer. Perhaps you're still looking for a place to belong. Or maybe you don't want to belong to a place. You seem like a traveling soul to me. An adventurer. I can definitely relate to that. Oh, it started to rain. I feel bad. You don't have a coat or a hat or anything. You don't mind your fur. Oh, I mean your hair getting wet. I'm sorry, yes, I have noticed how particularly hairy you are. And I am admittedly curious about it. But I thought it would be rude to ask. Oh, your genetic condition, you say? That's honestly fascinating. Maybe you can tell me more about it once we get settled into cabins. Although I understand if you rather not. You seem quiet now. Did I make you uncomfortable? Let's just drop this subject and forget I even asked anything. It's getting dark, huh? Despite of everything, I like it here. My family didn't want me to come, but I insisted. It's just nice to get away from all the loudness and mayhem. Take a pause to relax and just breathe, you know? Yes, I know. It's strange that I can find a dangerous place like this relaxing. But it's all nature to me. Violence and death are part of nature and part of life. If I cower and don't take risks, I'd miss out on living. You could say that's how one gets themselves killed, and you could be right. You can easily pay with your life for being reckless and brave. Many would call me mad, and they could be right. But if I die today or tomorrow, or any other time I'm taking a risk that's not worth it for most, I would die living this life my way, conquering fear. It's a never-ending battle, a perpetual challenge I never run away from. Yes, my dad always says it's silly as well. But ironically, he's a danger seeker himself. Maybe that's where I got it from. Runs in the family, you know. What about you? I see. You say you don't avoid danger, but you've never felt threatened. You must feel invulnerable. But without fear, you can never know if you're actually brave. No, thank you, but I don't want any berries. I'm not really hungry at the moment. You know a lot about berries in the woods, huh? Have you encountered them before? Yes. They're your favorite. You swear by them? Still, I think I'm gonna refuse. Thank you though. I really like the sound of crickets. Some people find it annoying, but I think it's really calming. Step by step, one foot ahead of the other, second foot always trying to catch up. You hear that? I think that's a bear. It could be the bear. It sounds far away, so we're probably safe. But it's best to stay quiet anyway. I wonder if that bear is actually responsible for the terrors. Or maybe it's innocent and also scared like everyone else. Assuming that was even a bear screaming. My dad has been teaching me how to tell the animal calls apart. I'm still rusty though, so don't quote me on this. My mom says sometimes I'm so lost in the wonderland in my head, I wouldn't be able to recognize a wolf if he was staring me right in the face. Speaking of wolves, perhaps a wolf is the one at fault here. Only time will tell. Do you know a lot about animals? I see. I like to think I know quite a lot myself, 'cause I really like them. I see them as inherently innocent. Perhaps that's condescending in its nature. In a way, I partially absolve them from responsibility of their negative actions, because I recognize them as incapable to comprehend morals and ethics or make informed, rational choices. Therefore, I see them as inferior, I guess. Well, condescending or not, it is the reality of things and I cannot deny it. Seeing them as inferior doesn't make me want to harm them though, even when they do wrong. I understand I can't magically solve this or many other situations like this. I can't bring those dead people back nor rehabilitate the one who took their lives away. But I wish I could. I wish I could help them all, protect them. You're fond of animals too, right? It's nice to hear. Not too fond of people, you say. Can't blame you. But if you give them a chance, sometimes they pleasantly surprise you. Step by step, one foot ahead of the other, second foot always trying to catch up. I love how you can see the stars here. It's It's not a sight that greets you in the city, with all the street lights and the air pollution. It is far too late now, but I wonder if my father's gonna follow that call first thing in the morning. Surely the beast wouldn't get too far. I'm not too happy about it because I love nature and animals, but it's a necessary evil in these circumstances, so I don't blame my father for taking action. Someone has to, and he's brave enough to bear that burden. He does what you ask. Hunt, of course. Oh yes, my dad is a hunter. But I assure you, he only goes for troublemakers. And I'm putting it very lightly. When I say trouble, I mean murder and maim. His rule is, don't harm anyone and he won't harm you. And I respect that. Some people who have never been in actual danger of a wild animal attack ignorantly call him a murderer. But what he is a protector, a peacemaker if you may. When he gets involved, he doesn't stop until he finishes the job. Once he sinks his teeth into something, he doesn't let go. My mom always jokes about how he is a beast himself. Is something wrong? You seem uncomfortable again. You aren't feeling well? Oh, don't worry. My dad used to be a medic in the army. He can give you a checkup. Is this about your condition? You might have to tell my dad about it, but don't worry. He's a very understanding man. Look, seems like we arrived to our destination. Safe and sound. That first cabin is where my family is. You just go ahead and look for an empty one. Once you get settled, you can come knock on our door. If not for a checkup, then for a cup of tea. Oh, he already ran away. He was in such rush.